First, let's ponder for a moment about the woman who is one geriatric heartbeat away from the presidency and has been deemed the future of the Democratic Party.
President Kamala Harris is because she is indeed the future of the party.
And what a party it will be, led by this intellectual heavyweight, this visionary.
It's on top of everything else that we know and don't know yet, based on what we've just been able to see. And because we've seen it or not doesn't mean it hasn't happened. That we know and don't know yet, based on what we've just been able to see. And because we've seen it or not doesn't mean it hasn't happened.
Yes, President Kamala Harris is a real possibility. Not to be elected, she is unelectable, but they may convince Joe Biden to step down and elevate her to the position of the most powerful human being in the world. In the lead up to the election, why they would contemplate such a move when the polls show that Harris would lose by an even bigger margin to Trump than Biden, well, I can't answer that. The Democrats are demented and increasingly desperate, so anything is possible. But let's go back to Kamala, who, you know, she's out there on these streets.
Yeah, girl, I'm out here in these streets. And let me tell you, you're right, Taraji. There is so much at stake in this moment. The majority of us believe in freedom and equality. But these extremists, as they say, they're not like us. Yeah, girl, I'm out here in these streets.
Yeah, girl, I'm out here on these streets. She released that cringeworthy ad this week, but I guess it's just a little bit better than this cringeworthy performance.
To the lovely people of Wakanda, I know you will make the right choice. And as always, Wakanda forever. Paid for by Kamala Harris.
You know what I love most about Kamala is the wisdom. What other leader could bestow such gems of wisdom on the populace?
You think you just fell out of a coconut tree? You think you just fell out of a coconut tree? You think you just fell out of a coconut tree? You exist in the context. Go round and round and round.
Talking about the significance of the passage of time, right? The significance of the passage of time. So when you think about it, there is great significance to the passage of time. Here's the thing. Who doesn't love a yellow school bus? Who doesn't love a yellow school bus, right? Can you raise your hand if you love a yellow school bus, right?
You guys are gonna see, you're gonna literally see the craters on the moon with your own eyes.
Oh my goodness.
With your own eyes, I'm telling you.
She looks at me and she says, oh, look at you. You're prettier than you're on television. Mike, look at her. No.
You see the craters on the moon with your own eyes.
Oh my goodness.
With your own eyes, I'm telling you.
She looks at me and she says, oh, look at you. You're prettier than you're on television. Mike, look at her. No. I love Venn diagrams. I really do. I love Venn diagrams. It's just something about those three circles. And
That's enough. That's enough. We could be here all day looking at Kamala being an absolute clown show. But let's not forget, this is a woman who encouraged the lawlessness we saw in 2020. She raised bail money for those arrested during the BLM riots across America.
they're not going to stop. They're not going to stop. And this is a movement, I'm telling you. They're not going to stop. And everyone beware, because they're not going to stop. They're not going to stop before Election Day in November, and they're not going to stop after Election Day.
Turns out they did pretty much stop after the election. Funny about that. But imagine if Tulsi Gabbard was the future of the Democratic Party instead of Kamala Harris. Remember this golden moment back in 2019 during the Democrats' presidential debate?
Senator Harris says she's proud of her record as a prosecutor and that she'll be a prosecutor president, but I'm deeply concerned about this record. There are too many examples to cite, but She put over 1,500 people in jail for marijuana violations and then laughed about it when she was asked if she ever smoked marijuana. She blocked evidence. She blocked evidence that would have freed an innocent man from death row.